Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday afternoon cup of joy. I'm going to start sending this out so that we can get people in here. Hopefully, everyone has had a very Merry Christmas and everyone is still healthy and happy and hanging in there. So let me share this with all of our friends and family. Good afternoon, Pat Moss. I'm just starting to share this out to the whole family. Hoping to get some friends in here. Before we start. Not sure if you hear the background, but I do have a football game on in the background that my husband is watching. I don't think it's going to hurt our broadcast any. If it does, let me know and I'll close the door back there. Okay, let's see if I got everyone. Making sure I'm not missing anyone from our group. If I am, feel free to share with those that you haven't seen come in yet. All right, so here we go. So it's been a while since we've gotten together, I think. I know I haven't been able to host because I've had my two kids joining us since the day before, I guess since Christmas Eve here. So I had my daughter who comes from Charlotte, North Carolina, and then I had my son. Hi, Suzanne. Thank you for coming in. Pat Moss is here. Suzanne is here. Deirdre here. Hopefully I did share it to everyone, but you know the drill. Keep sharing it because the more people we get in here, the easier the flow is for myself and for others. So if we can keep the conversation going and I can catch us up on some of the angel blogs, it would be great. Let me put the chat here on the side so I can keep up. Let me know if I miss any comments. Wave your hand. I don't know what you just post something in there in the chat so that I can see it. I'm trying to keep up with it on my phone and on my laptop here. Okay, so how is everybody and how have the holidays been? How are things over in England, Pat? Did you do anything special? Were you able to see any of your family? Let us know. Fill us in. Okay, I'm going to start looking for the angel messages. The angel. Teri Angel. There she is. Okay. All right. I have two stories that I really thought were timely and actually correlate to each other. And I thought that I would read those two today. But while we're waiting for everyone else to come in, I guess we can do a heart brain for ourselves. And Deirdre, I don't know if you've been keeping up with what day we're on for the affirmations, but that would be that would be good if you did, because I don't keep up with the numbers. I just do them, and I probably don't do them as regularly as I should. The one that I stick to most is that I am grateful. And in my journal every day, that's the first thing I do. I write down the date, what day it is, and what I am grateful for. So at least try to find one thing in the morning that I'm grateful for. And some days it's easier than others. Some days it's not that easy to find something. So it's usually really small, whatever it is. But you got to be grateful for the small things too. Okay, so we had a quiet Christmas for Suzanne, a quiet Christmas for Pat Moss, and she'll be seeing family tomorrow. That's good. And Deirdre said that Adriel came over and it was the best Christmas ever. You too? Oh, I'm so glad, Deirdre. Yeah, mine, honest to God, it was the best Christmas ever. And as some of you know, I was having a hard time this morning because my son had to go back to the sober house yesterday, and it's easier to say goodbye to him because he's not that far away. He's only an hour away. Plus, occasionally during the week, I hear his voice because he works with my husband, Bob, at the same company. So Bob at least gets to see him every now and then, and I get to see him probably once or twice a month. So it's not so hard when he leaves. But this morning when Marlena had to go back to North Carolina, I took it hard. This is probably the hardest I ever took it. I think it had been way too long since we last saw each other anyway. And I am really wanting to go down to see them because they moved into this nice area, this nice neighborhood. And it's like within walking distance of shops and, just really cool places to be. And they have a trolley that rides right past their apartment building. It's really cool. It looks really nice. So I've been dying to go down there. Probably, I really want to try to make it around Easter. I'm thinking I'll probably go down Easter. Easter falls really early this year. I don't know if any of you have noticed that, but it does. It's going to be early April, probably the first weekend in April. And at the same time, it's daylight savings time. So that's going to be tough, especially if I have to go back to work either Monday or Tuesday of that after Easter. So, what are you going to do? I'm young. I'm still young. I can do it. Hey, Annie, come on in. Yeah, we were just discussing, how everybody's Christmas has been. And I was just saying how much harder it was to say goodbye to Marlena this morning. And I still can't help but get teary-eyed thinking about it because we were all kind of, very sad. It was a very sad morning, but we'll leave that in the past and remember how great it was just having both of my kids here on Christmas Day. It was just fantastic. All of us sitting here by the tree and opening up presents, and the dog gets his little treat, his little bone, his stuffed bone of good cheese. Yep. Okay. So it looks like somebody's already starting with it. And hi, Brandy. It looks like day 293 of our I am the affirmations. And also I was going to do the heart brain, and I guess I got a ahead of myself there talking about Christmas. So I think we're ready to just ease into this a little bit. So let's settle our minds and settle my mouth from talking too much about how my feelings are. And it's all good. Suzanne called me and cheered me up a little. It was probably like pulling teeth for her. I'm not the easiest when I'm moody. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know how I deal with myself sometimes. But anywho, let's take a couple deep breaths and just let's be present with each other and know that we all get it. We all get the loneliness that goes on, and the good times, the bad times. We're all here for each other. So let's breathe in. Let's breathe in the love that we have for each other. Feel it into your heart and soul. And then breathe out anything that's troubling. I'm breathing out that heaviness of, you know, saying goodbyes. Because it's not really like a final goodbye, and everyone knows that. But it's still hard. So we're going to breathe in again, and we're going to breathe in that peaceful, that joy that comes with Christmas Day. And we're going to breathe out the heaviness, the busyness, the everyday grind. Just let it go for a while we're here together. And really feel each other's warmth, as if we're close enough to give each other real hugs, the hard hugs that go out to every one of us. No one's excluded here. We are all here together. And you're welcome, Brandy. I went back and forth with, should I do this, should I not host the show, but I'm glad I am here, and I'm glad you all are here too. It makes it a lot easier when there's people in the audience. Believe me, it's kind of tough it's like I'm talking to myself in my mirror. That's what it looks like. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat over here. Let's see. You're putting Annie 7 in your heart hug today? Oh, good on you. I think everyone is in everyone's heart hug every day. It was a hard one this year for you, Brandy, and it's your first year without your brother and Dustin's dad and Serenity's mom. Yeah, there were a lot of losses this year, and there are a lot of people who don't have the family nearby, in different states, in different countries. It's very difficult. I know the holidays are tough, and I've been through some tough ones myself. This year was quite nice for me, and I'm trying to hold on to that feeling because it was very special. We did have a nice chat, Suzanne. Then we got off on a tangent about other things that we should wait until we're together to talk about. And Suzanne's heart hug goes to everyone, and that's basically how Suzanne and I feel most of the time when we see the heart hugs come up in Cuppa. Know that for some of us, our heart hugs go out to everyone who is here and everyone who couldn't be here with us today. Your Zen and your P family made it nice, Brandy, and yeah, and Dustin's grandma. Really? Do you mean Dustin's grandma for you made it nice, or is she another one that passed? I kind of not sure if I understand the whole sentence there. What else? Did I miss something? Any other comments? Oh, maybe when you realize you actually get to see them, it'll get easier. Oh, yeah, nice and quiet here. Yeah. What else do we got? I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up on the chat does go by quickly on the side, and if I'm not, be trying to read off of one thing, I'm looking at my notes. So let's say some of these affirmations. Since Brandy did start that a while back, she did say, Deirdre did say that we were on day 293 of saying affirmations. Yeah, so it'll be a full year before we know it. And I think that's something that we should do every day, even after the 365 days, That's not a bad thing to do. I'm sure most of us do it for ourselves anyway. Um, Sometimes maybe even more than one time a day. Sometimes at work, you kind of have to remind yourself, hey, I am capable, I am deserving, and so forth. And so, as Brandy says, I am worthy and I am enough. Miracles and happiness happen to me every day, and I love myself. It's really important. Self love is more than just, you know, you, treating yourself to some kind of special treat or, you know, a hairstyle or whatever. It's self care, taking care of yourself physically and mentally. Um, Getting enough sleep if you can. I know some of you are insomniacs, and I feel for you because I love my sleep. Um, and no sorries in Pville. I know I say sorry a lot. That's part of me, I guess. But your Dustin's grandmother helped make it nice. I get it, Brandy. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. What else did I miss? I don't think I missed anything. Did anybody else have snow or ice yesterday? Um, we kind of got missed, and I think it went to the East Coast, and that's how went to the eastern side uh, of Maryland and up the East Coast, and I think that's how Suzanne ended up getting hit because she's closer to Philadelphia than I am, and so she's asking if anybody else had ice and snow yesterday. Deirdre, I don't know if you got any, and anybody else. Brandy, it seems like anyone up there always has some kind of snow going on. You're getting, you're getting it now. Sorry, pardon my yawn. I'm just really, it's been a tiring couple days. You did have some snow and it was pretty in New York. I bet it was. I like seeing the snow right now. It's so gloomy outside. That's why I'm able to sit in this room. And I'm looking out the window and everything is gray. But what's really cool is I noticed our backyard stays pretty green. Like the grass is really green. I mean, there's some yellowy spots and some brown spots here and there, but yeah, fortunate to live in an okay area, and we were fortunate. We didn't get any ice. Poor Suzanne had to dig. She had to use a, what did you say? A trowel? I forget what you said you used. Anyway, she had basically the big giant thing where you have to chop the ice up. That's I think that's the most miserable thing about winter is ice. I don't, snow is one thing, and I can at least drive in snow. I'm capable of doing so. And there's a lot of people who can't drive in the rain yet. Maryland's a tough place to live when it comes to that. But anyway, you'll have snow. You'll have about 4 inches. You want to give a big ass hug to Andrea Gregg. Well, we all want to do that because she is the best person to hug. Some of us have been fortunate to give a hug in person, and I think once you have an Andrea hug and see her smile right there in front of you, it's just it warms your heart. It really does. Spade, yes, one of them big spade things that you dig holes in, I guess, like for fence posts and stuff. That's what Suzanne had to use to chop up the ice. And actually, Suzanne, Bob has done that too. So we know. I mean, if anything, Maryland used to get a lot more ice than snow in the past, but everything's changing. Now we're starting to get more snow now, but we haven't had much this year so far, or at the end of this year. Yeah, we're due. We're due for a big one. No thanks. Shoveling stinks. What else did I miss? A grain shovel works too. Use grain for? Wait, got livestock out there? I sent it all your way. We did, actually. It was like Marlena had a place to go on Friday night. She was getting together with, which they do at least once a year. They have a get together. And whenever Marlena comes in, she usually ends up seeing some of her high school friends that they still communicate via their chats and their messengers and stuff like that. So they went to a friend's house who still lives here in Maryland. They had a nice little party, and they do a gift exchange. So we were concerned because even though it was only 10 minutes north of here, that ice, they were calling for it all day long on Friday. And it did come. We did have some sleet and freezing rain, but it really pretty much melted quickly, and thankfully. And she was safe, got there safe, had a great time, came home a little bit after midnight, I guess. And she had fun. So that's all that matters. And everyone was safe. And I believe she's getting probably really close to getting home in Charlotte, North Carolina. The last time she messaged me, she was in Salem, which I think is Virginia. I'm pretty sure it's Virginia still. So yeah, she's down there. Hi, Catherine. How was your holiday? We already kind of went through, some of us had lonely holidays, some of us had really good ones. Did you have a good holiday? I should say a good Christmas. Let's use the proper terms here. Merry Christmas. And Happy Hanukkah for those who were Jewish. Yeah, I'm glad I got to see Marlena too. She is something else. She is a beauty, I'll tell you. Just inside and out, and very different. She's really changing, and it's in a beautiful way. And Happy New Year to you, Catherine. It's coming quickly, isn't it? Thursday will be New Year's Day. And yours was kind of quiet, very peaceful. Ours was quiet too. I mean, even though, I mean, it was the four of us, so it's not, I don't have people here anymore. My family, most of them are in Pennsylvania, uh, and farther than Suzanne is from me, actually. I think Joe isn't as far as because he's around Penn State now. He lives near Penn State University. So he's not too far from me, but I don't see them that often. And my other brother's in Pittsburgh, and then I have a ton of cousins still up there, and then Bob's parents are in Pittsburgh as well. Okay, Brandy, sorry about your head and your headache, but I'm glad you did stop in and say hi to everybody, and we will definitely include those prayers for anyone touched by suicide, addiction, and dementia of any type. We will definitely say those at the end of the show today. Hey, Brooke, welcome, and good afternoon to you. How was Max's Christmas? Oh, did you have any pictures? Are you going to post some pictures on the Cuppa chat so we can see Max's Christmas? It's more fun through a kid's eyes anyway. Even though I had fun looking at my two kids, my big kids, I was so busy watching them unwrap their presents that mine were like stacking up in front of me. I can't. It's too hard for me to open up mine when I see all the smiles coming from them. That's probably a mom thing. And I didn't take many pictures either. I was just drinking it all in, and usually I have the camera rolling all the way through it, and taking pictures of everybody, no matter how tired and messed up or sleepy heads that we look like in the morning on Christmas morning. So yeah, I didn't have many pictures from my family get together, but we had a great time and everybody was happy and everybody was just in the best mood ever. It was neat. It was different, and oh, I'll never forget this one. This was a good one. Okay, so we did some of the little affirmations, and I don't know if anybody has any to add. I already said my most important affirmation was I am grateful, and I'm grateful for all of you coming here today and helping me to get through the show and forget about my little sadness, which is just a mom. And I know it's part of letting your kids go and grow, but it's not always easy. Sometimes it's easier than others. Hi, Jen. Thanks for popping in on your break. I'm getting ready to tell the stories, so I was hoping I could get Andrea in here today, but that's all right. We'll go through these two stories. I think they're both, like I said, they're kind of related, so I thought I would read them both. And instead of wasting any more time, let me get them up on my phone so that I can read them to you. And there they go. We got her first one, which was about 20 hours ago. The one before that is called Trust is All the Angels Ask. That's another affirmation to stick in there for yourself, Not just I am trustworthy or that, but how about I am trusting my own intuition, or I am trusting the universe has my back. Those are good affirmations to keep. So, yes, everyone seems to have a nice Christmas, and some nicer than others, Catherine, and we had a couple of lonely people during the holiday season. But, like I said, sometimes that's to be expected. Holidays are not always easy for everybody. And as long as we remember them in our prayers and lift up the people who we know are going through these tough times, that's what's important. Okay, so let's go into trust, is all the angels ask. And the quote before the writing is, "The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today," by H. Jackson Brown Jr. Living in the present has been one of my greatest teachers. It has always been one of my greatest challenges. While the mind understands the practicality of calendars and clocks, my spirit has never quite agreed with them. We will always keep you and Michael in our prayers, Catherine. That is for sure. There is a deep knowing within me that life unfolds in moments, not boxes on a page. And so I have learned to lean into trust, especially when it comes to remembering what the mind insists must be planned. Over the years, the angels have become my gentle reminders. They nudge, whisper, and orchestrate synchronicities that keep me aligned when dates and deadlines slip past my awareness. Sometimes I imagine how simple life might feel without phones, computers, and wall calendars. When the sun and the soul were the only timekeepers we needed. That's not the way of the world now, though, is it? Being on another continent has stretched this practice of trust even further. Just because my feet are planted in India does not mean responsibilities back home pause or disappear. My heart feels tender when I realize I cannot always connect with the morning cup of joy, either live or on replay, or the meditations that have become sacred gathering spaces. There is a sense of longing when I know that the spiritual family, divinely brought together, feels my absence. Oh, we do, Teri. We feel your absence. We do. And yet, here I am, exactly where Spirit has placed me. This is an important part of the Peace on Earth tour. And I know I am supposed to be here at this time. This moment invites surrender. It asks me to trust not only the angels, but the unfolding itself, to believe that even what looks like absence may be a seed for something new. Perhaps this sacred gathering time is evolving in ways I cannot yet see. Perhaps today's doing my best looks like listening more deeply, resting more fully, and allowing love to bridge any distance. Dear angels, how do we balance living fully in the present while honoring the responsibilities that stretch across time and space? Dear ones, the present moment is not in conflict with responsibility. It is a place where responsibility is best met. When you give your full heart to now, you infuse every future moment with clarity and grace. What you call planning is simply love extended forward. Trust that when your intention is pure, we will carry the details you release. No connection made in love is ever lost, and no gathering guided by spirit is ever diminished. Where you are is where you are needed. Tomorrow will rise naturally from the devotion you offer today. That's a nice line. The angel whisper, do not worry about tomorrow finding you. Meet today with an open heart, and tomorrow will recognize your light. Today, I promise to listen more closely to Spirit. And Spirit told me, get up, get out there, and do this today. And I was meant to be here. Here we go. With Scooby barking. Yes. My little yappy one. Okay. So that was a nice reminder of staying present. That's a very important reminder because that's hard to do. You already, on Sundays, no matter what, I already am thinking, oh, this week, oh no, another work week, what's going to happen? It could be an easy week. It could be met with challenges. One of my machines might break down, but that's for tomorrow to worry about. It's nothing I should be concerned about today. Got to stay within the here and now. We got to stay present. And I'm so glad that all of you came in here today to support me and to support each other. Okay, let's go on to the story number 2. And you're right. I guess Scooby agreed with that. Because there's nothing outside. I don't know what he's barking at. But then again, he barks at the wind. So that's my dog. Let's read this next one, which is called Honoring the Year That Was. Again, these basically relate to time and what happens in each moment, what's happened in the past month, what's happening in this past 2025 year. Reflection is good. You got to look back sometimes to look forward. So let's start. Reflection transforms experiences into wisdom that guides your future. And that was a quote that was by an unknown author. As we move gently toward the closing pages of 2025, many people naturally pause to look back. Year's end has a way of inviting reflection, sometimes softly, sometimes insistently. For some, the memories surface with regret or sadness. For others, they glow with joy and gratitude. I think it's kind of a mix of both most of the time. And for a few, the year feels like a blur. It stays slipping quietly past without much recollection at all. If you are the one who reflects at year's end, I invite you to try something a little different this time. Set aside the headlines. Release the pool of global events, politics, and the collective noise of the world. Instead, turn your attention inward. This reflection is not about what happened around you. It's about what happened within you. Ask yourself, what did I experience personally this year? What moments shaped me? Where did I feel joy, growth, challenge, or grace? How did I walk upon the earth? And what energy did I leave behind? Those are all good questions that will help you reflect upon different parts of the year that passed. As you consider the year through that lens, notice where you fall. Was your year colored mostly by regret, by joy, or by forgetfulness? There is no right or wrong answer, only awareness. For me, I can say with a grateful heart that I look back on this year with happiness and joy. It has been phenomenal in ways both large and subtle. I am thankful for each day I was gifted breath, presence, and purpose. And my prayer always is that in my walking, my listening, my speaking, and my being, I was able to spread a little more joy and peace into the world. Reflection, when done with honesty and compassion, does not trap us in the past. Instead, it it alchemizes our experiences into wisdom. Wisdom that becomes a lantern lighting the path ahead. Dear angels, as we reflect on this past year, how can we turn our experiences, both joyful and difficult, into wisdom that truly guides our future? Dear ones, reflection is the sacred bridge between experience and wisdom. When you look back without judgment, you reclaim the gifts hidden within every moment. Joy shows you what aligns with your soul. Challenges reveal where you grew stronger, more compassionate, or more aware. Do not measure your year by accomplishments alone, nor by what the world applauded or criticized. Measure it by the truth of your heart. Ask not, was it perfect? But rather, was I present? Each experience you lived, remembered, or forgotten, left an imprint of learning within you. When you consciously reflect, you gather those imprints and weave them into an understanding. That understanding becomes your compass. It guides future choices. It softens fear and strengthens trust in your own inner knowing. Release regret, for it teaches nothing when held tightly. Embrace gratitude, for it expands wisdom effortlessly. And remember, every step you took this year, even the uncertain ones, moved you closer to remembering who you truly are. Walk forward now with the wisdom you have learned, and let the coming year be shaped not by repetition, but by conscious creation. We walk with you always. The angels whisper, what you honor in reflection becomes wisdom in motion. Carry forward only what nourishes your soul, and let the rest gently fall away. Today, I promise to remember moments and hold on to the joy that remembrance brings to my life. Now that was good. I know, almost all the blogs she writes and the angels help her write are really good. But for some odd reason, that one just spoke to my soul. I like it. Okay, so any comments on the two stories here that I read today? Anybody have anything else to share? That was beautiful, Suzanne. I agree. It's important. It's important to look back and let go of any kind of regrets that you have or something, mistakes that were made. Yeah, who needs them, right? There's enough mistakes in the world happening. The stories are always epic. They truly are. I mean, to be inspired by angels to do writing, that is such an amazing gift to have. And Teri is very fortunate to have that gift where she actually does communicate with the angels, and they help her formulate these passages that she can tell to others. She's becoming a great storyteller. And the best thing about her stories is we know where they're coming from. They're angel inspired. That's how I like to think of the stories in the Bible. That even though man wrote the Bible, or write what's in the Bible, humans wrote the words, they were inspired by angels and God Himself. And I think that's what makes Teri's the angel blogs, her messages that she receives from the angels. That's what makes it so special. They're not just stories. They're things that we should try and to live by. All right. So I guess it's time to go into prayer time, as Deirdre reminds us of the big prayer. Prayers for all humans, Gaia, and all who live on her back. World peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction. The coalition of the willing, our troops, the USA, our India family, Teri and her family, and for any of our traveling Ps. Like I said, Marlena should be home soon. She's one of our traveling Ps. I do have some other prayers. And although I read Brandy's, I have her prayer here as well. I remembered to write some things down so that I don't fumble over them. Prayers for those who have been touched by dementia and suicide, for all the caregivers. Prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, and anyone in an abusive relationship or situation. Prayers for those with chronic illnesses, both physical and mental. As we hold each other up in prayers. Thank you, Tammy. Where were you? Did you get to hear the stories? I'm glad to see you there. God, you are the light within us. Shine brightly so that the darkness is overcome and peace and justice will reign on earth as they do in heaven. Amen. I made it through. Yeah, I made it through with the help of you all. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do. You've gotten me through some challenging times in my life. And although I'm extremely, extremely blessed and happy, I still have a little twinge of, I miss my daughter. What can I say? I miss her. And that's okay. Tammy, you're going to go back and listen. I'll tell you, if you have access to the angelspeakers.com or Facebook, you should read some of the previous ones. The past two were really good to me, and I really needed the very last one. It's a good way to think about the previous year that passed. Hey, Blue. Hey, you missed it. You missed story time. Where were you? Out with the horsies? Trudging through the snow with the dogs? I love you too, Blue. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for your encouragement this morning. Thank you, Suzanne, for your phone call. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to be heard, and everyone deserves to be heard, and it feel like someone's actually out there listening. So I am grateful for all of you for coming in today and cheering me on. I didn't take us too far off kilter, I hope. Now I gotta find Leo's song. We gotta close this out. And remember everyone who couldn't be here today. Let's keep them in our hearts and prayers. We all know that holidays can be a challenging time for many people, and they're full of happiness and sadness. But we'll get through because we're all walking each other home. Vacuuming, bleh. Cleaning, yeah. Cleaning after the animals. You certainly have a wide range up there of animals. I'll keep my one dog. That's about all I can handle anymore. And I'll just watch my birdies outside. I put seed out there. I don't know. I guess it's been so long since I had seed in the bird feeders. They're not even coming around. like they gave up on me. Yes, we'll Charlie's in our thoughts and prayers as well, and Auntie Jean. Oh gosh, do I miss Jean? And Andrea, definitely. Yep, all the ones who should be here. And Jim, I guess Jim Mershons, I guess he's pretty dang busy too with his new job. So, yep. I'm thinking of everybody and wishing everybody well. The New Year is coming. Maybe I'll do a New Year's Eve thing. I don't know. Anybody want to help me? I'll teach you. This is easy. It's not easy talking to yourself, but it's a lot easier when you have people actually responding to you. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen for New Year's, but I'll try. And I wish I could do more of the shows so that I would be more comfortable with it. But you all are pretty tolerant, and I appreciate that. Believe me. So let's end this. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's hear some Leo. No regrets. Thanks for the smile, Kathy. No regrets. At least, yeah, I didn't get that tattooed anywhere. We could do a get together where everyone comes on. I don't know if I have the Zoom. I used to be able to create a Zoom meeting. I don't know if I have that capability anymore. We could do probably a chat where we could at least hear each other's voices, maybe on the messenger. We could do that maybe, but that doesn't always work. It's kind of shaky. Or, like I said, if I get a couple people to do the restream, I don't know. I'd have to ask Teri on how to do all of that. God, I wish Grace would be available. She's probably better at it than me too. So, okay, let's get some Lizos on for the Dolgos. Ready. And here we go.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. we go. Come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Give me a cup give me cup of joy, 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 give me cup of joy.
Woo! And everybody's saying the woo. And Charlie, I did see your message about taking Christine back to the airport. Hope everything went well for your Christmas. And you also have a very blessed and beautiful and great day, Charlie. And hope you're feeling much better. And Tammy, thank you, and I love you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I love you all. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. Have a good afternoon.